as Trajan Langdon takes over as the organization's new president of basketball operations. The Athletic is reporting that Weaver and the organization have agreed to part ways.
After letting go of Troy Weaver, it seems like Langdon has already found his replacement. Per Omari Sankofa, entering the Pistons front office will be Micheal Blackstone. For the past few seasons, Blackstone has been with Langdon in New Orleans. With the Pistons, he'll act as a secondary decision maker. Omari feels like he's the GM of the team without the title, so it looks like he will be replacing Troy Weaver. The Pelicans did put a good team around Zion Williams, so it's possible Langdon and Blackstone could put a better group around Cade. There's still no word on if Monty Williams is staying or going, but recent news shows maybe he's sticking around. Per Woj, it looks like Fred Vinson will be joining Monty Williams' staff. Vinson was on the Pelicans for 14 years as an assistant coach. This is a big get for the Pistons because Vinson is more specifically a shooting coach. He helped Anthony Davis, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, and Herb Jones all become better shooters. So good news for Asar Thompson and Jaden Ivey. We could see them take a leap in shooting over the next few years. Also, if we do end up drafting Mattis Buzelis, it won't be the end of the world now. Point guard Nicola Topic finally talked to the media and NBA teams at the Overseas Draft Combine. He said he'd be fine with being drafted anywhere, but he listed 3 teams specifically, which were Atlanta, San Antonio, and Detroit. This isn't surprising that he said the Pistons. Over the summer, Nicola Topic's team took on USC, and in the video I spotted Troy Weaver in the crowd, so I'm sure they either spoke before or after the game, but Troy is no longer with the squad. On top of that, Nicola said he couldn't run or practice yet since he has a partially torn ACL. With all that in mind, it will be a low chance that we take him with the 5th pick. Speaking of players not being taken by the Pistons, it looks like Langdon isn't a fan of the Ignite prospects. This rumor / news comes from the Pistons Pulse podcast, hosted by Omari Sankofa and Bryce Simon. They had on Laz Jackson, who's an editor for SB Nation, mainly the Pistons side. Jackson said he's heard Langdon isn't high on the G League Ignite prospects, meaning Mattis Buzelis, Ron Holland, and Tyler Smith. I'm not surprised by this. I said in my last video that both Smith and Holland haven't looked good in workouts. It wouldn't be shocking if Buzelis isn't doing great either. On another note, the Bulls are looking to trade up to draft Mattis as he's a Chicago native. We could land Alex Caruso, who's got 1 year left on his deal, along with their 11th pick. In that instance, we'd get a solid 3-and-D wing along with any player that falls out of the top 10. Per Evan Sidiri, teams are trying to move up to get Donovan Clingan, mainly the Blazers, Bulls, and Grizzlies. All 3 of those teams are really near the center. Once again, this is great news for the Pistons. They could take advantage of this. The Bulls have been mentioned twice now, so they're clearly trying to trade up either from Mattis or Clingan. I'm also interested in the Blazers deal. They hold the 7th and the 14th picks in this draft, along with some players that could help our roster. Last topic I wanted to discuss were the prospects confirmed to have worked out for the Pistons. The 3 names are Tijane Saloon, Cardio Cody Williams, and Jacoby Walter.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Yeah, I'm not excited about these names at all. You guys already know how I feel about the Cardio Bros, so why are the Pistons scouts interested in these 3 players? Well, they think Cody Williams can be what his brother is, but that's like comparing Giannis to Thanasis. Like, Cody does nothing better than Jalen Williams. Then with Jacoby Walter, teams are buying his ability to be a foul merchant at the next level. Despite not having an offensive bag, he draws a ton of fouls. He got to the free throw line about 20 times over 2 games during the tournament. Add that to his 3-point shooting, and we can see why he's being considered. Last name is Saloon, who is awful in my opinion. He's like word for word, bar for bar Sekou Doumbouya. The guy is 6'8" and averaged 4 rebounds and 0 blocks. So he's built like Isaiah Stewart, but has 0 impact in the paint. If that isn't enough of a red flag, he also can't score, pass, or shoot.
This man was a bona fide scrub. He can't play. No disrespect whatsoever, but I'm sorry to tell everybody the truth. The man cannot play the game of basketball.
Even if we trade back, the only player on this list I'd take would be Jacoby Walter. He'd at least be a solid bench player. With Cody and Saloon, I don't even think they're NBA players. Despite the disappointment with how the first round news is going, I'm more hopeful for the second round. The Pistons also brought in Enrique Freeman out of Akron and Antonio Reeves out of Kentucky for workouts. Freeman is a power forward who excels on defense with the added bonus of an offensive bag. He's also shown flashes of being a floor spacer. Then with the Antonio Reeves, dude is a bucket. He's one of the best three-point shooters in this draft. If we can get one of these guys, I'd be hyped. And that wraps up this video. Would you guys trade the 5th pick or stay the course? I want to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments below. Trades, free agency, and possibly coaching decisions are still on the Pistons' agenda for the offseason, so this team could look very different opening night. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to see more Pistons content. That's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.